What's up, vapors? Nick here for Spin Fuel's Daily Vape TV. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Kind Juice Organic e-nectar Sub-Element e-gel line. Now these are 100% PG free, so they're 100% VG, and they're also alcohol free. They're all organic, nothing is tested on animals, and they're very conscious of the environment. I do want to read very briefly off their website before I get into the reviews. So basically this is all organic juice, and I just want to read this here. Why go organic? Going organic means to be conscious of the ingredients one decides to incorporate into their daily lives, from foods, personal care products, household cleaners, and now vapor. There are many reasons why to ultimately choose to go organic. First of all, high standards. Farms and manufacturers have to maintain strict procedure ensuring an overall high quality product. No additives. Organic ingredients should not contain any nasty additives like food colorings, etc. Top of the line for their taste. Using the best quality ingredients yields the best in flavor. Care for animals. None of our ingredients are ever tested on animals or the environment. And harmony. Organic farmers work in harmony with nature, cultivating the dynamics of a symbiotic relationship. So basically, these are very health conscious and nature conscious people that are running this company, and I can definitely respect that for sure. So without further ado, let's get right into the reviews. And our first e-liquid we're going to try today is Harmony. Alright, so we're all wicked up and ready to go. I've got a 0.32 ohm dual 24 gauge build in this Voxvale Plumevale clone on the IPv3 at 80 watts and 5.05 volts. So that's what I got going on under the hood. Let's get to the flavor. The first one we're going to vape today is called Harmony, and it's described as a walk through a botanical labyrinth filled with the delicate aroma of springtime. So this is more of a floral vape. It's very much out of my comfort zone. You know me. Normally I like the fruity stuff, like the melons and the pears and peaches and all that. But this one's more like of aromatic kind of vape. It smells interesting. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and have a vape. You know, I got to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting that, per se. It's interesting for sure. Definitely has like the real heavy floral notes to it. Almost, I hate to say soapy because that sounds like it's a bad thing, but a little bit kind of soapy-ish. Very, aromatic, so something that would definitely calm you down and relax you. As for, my flavor profile, I've never vaped anything like it for sure. And if you're the type of person that's into, herbs and stuff like that, like, potpourri and, having that kind of flavor around you and smell around you, this is definitely going to be more for you. But for the normal, cloud chaser and juice junkie, it's probably going to be something that you're not into. It's interesting to say the least. As far as my personal ratings on it, let's get to that right after this here. Yeah, so for my ratings, I'm going to give this flavor probably a 2. I really couldn't see myself vaping this one too much. This would smell really nice if I didn't have to inhale it and taste it on my tongue, but otherwise it's interesting. So yeah, that's my rating on that one for the flavor. As for the vapor, I'm going to give it a 5. These are 100% VG, so they have tons of vapor. And as far as the throat hit, they sent me a variety of different samples. This one is in 0 milligram of nicotine, so I don't get any throat hit or anything like that. So I'm really going to skip the rating on throat hit for this portion, seeing as how my normal nicotine level is not in these liquids. So really no rating on as far as the throat hit goes. Alright, so let's go ahead and re-wick and get ready for the next one. Alright, we are back and we're ready to vape our next liquid. This one is called Lucidity. The flavor description reads, lime, mint, and coconut cream keep your senses aware and remind you to ask, am I dreaming? So this is an interesting one. It smells pretty good. Let's go ahead and just have a quick vape. it's interesting. The mint is very cooling. Not sure if it's like a mentholy mint, but it definitely I feel a cooling sensation, so I'm assuming there's some menthol in there. And I kind of gather what they're going for with this e-liquid. Just don't know if it's really put together correctly. So let's have another taste here. The coconut and the mint definitely stand out. The lime, it may be in there somewhere. I'm just not really getting a ton of lime. Considering it's listed first on the list of ingredients or in the flavor profile, I was kind of surprised I don't see more of that kind of citrusy flavor in there. One more vape and I'll get to my ratings. So this one definitely reminds me of one of the Mythos e-liquids that I previously tried in one of my reviews. Definitely has a very similar flavor profile. I just think that this one actually recreated that flavor a little bit nicer. I'm getting a nice strong coconut in there, which I do enjoy. The mint and the menthol in it is a little bit much, especially for this build. So I think for this one I'll give the flavor 2.5. Again, I can see where they were going with this one. It's just not all put together correctly in my book. As far as the vapor, 5 out of 5. Really can't complain about the clouds on these e-liquids. With 100% VG, it's no surprise to me. And for the throat hit, again, I'm going to skip it, and that's true for the rest of them. I'm just going to skip the throat hit portion because, once again, this one is 0 milligram nicotine. So if you enjoy a good coconut vape and you want a little bit of that menthol, this one's definitely going to be for you. Me personally, it's a little bit out of my flavor, comfort zone, but otherwise it's pretty good. So there you go. That one was Lucidity, and let's move on to our next flavor. Alright, so we're ready to go with our next flavor, which is going to be Vertuous. The flavor description reads, tucked away in a French chateau, a Grand Cru vineyard reveals a pink Moscato champagne rich in fig, white chocolate, and red grapes. Just from, puffing on this thing real quick to get it going, I find that the flavor descriptions are very, very, very detailed, and I'm not really seeing all those kind of layers of flavor that I would like to see. Let's go ahead and have a vape. I am getting a bit of that Moscato in there, which is kind of nice. I've never seen a flavor like that before. As far as the red grapes, if they're in there, they're very hidden. I do get a fig kind of flavor, as well as a little bit of something else like creamy, like chocolate. So, I mean, it's pretty darn good as far as that goes. I just can't really put my finger on every single individual flavor in there. And I don't know if it's, the descriptions that are messing me up or what, but if I had to blind taste test this, I would never be able to tell you what it was. It's interesting. It's very delicate flavor too. This build might be actually a little bit too hot for it. If I was vaping maybe at 0.5 ohms or something like that, it would be a little bit better, in my personal opinion. But let's go ahead and have another vape. For the flavor, I'll give this one a 3. It's not terrible, it's not bad, it's out of my flavor profile completely, but it's interesting, it's very rich and creamy. I like the fig in it, and I do get that Moscato, which is very interesting. It's not very alcohol-y, it doesn't have a big bite to it or anything. Once again, this is 0 milligram nicotine, so it doesn't have any throat hit for me. As for the vapor, I'll give it a 5. For you vapors out there that really enjoy a delicate, layered flavor, this one's going to be definitely for you. But otherwise, if you're expecting, a really bright, fruity kind of pink champagne kind of vape, not so much. Alright, that does it for Vertuous. Let's move on to our next flavor. Alright, so we're all re-wicked and ready to go. Our next flavor is going to be Karma. The flavor description reads, roasted espresso beans covered in dark chocolate and sprinkled with crystallized orange peel. So again, it's another delicate layered flavor, very interesting, very unique. I've never seen any flavors out there like these. I mean, except for the Lucidity, I haven't seen any flavor profiles that are similar. So let's go ahead and have a quick vape. So right off the bat, I'm getting a really nice dense coffee flavor, and after you exhale, it has a nice kind of like creamy, almost a citrusy kind of flavor to it as well. It's very, very delicate, and it's very, very deep under the heavy coffee flavor to it, but honestly, I think it's in there somewhere. I think I can taste it. So let's have another vape real quick. I really like the coffee flavor to it, and I've never tried a coffee vape that I actually enjoyed. This would be perfect, pairing with a morning coffee or something. You want to, do a quick wake and vape. This is the way to go. I love the coffee flavor to this one. The orange flavor, citrusy, it's under there somewhere. It's more of a zest kind of flavor, not so much a heavy citrus, but it's almost like you're eating a chocolate, a orangey, chocolatey coffee. I don't know, some sort of candy almost. It's very sweet as well. One more vape and I'll get to my ratings. So as for the flavor on this one, I'm going to give it a 4. I couldn't see it being an all-day vape for me, but it's definitely a perfect morning vape, something to wake up to, get you moving, get you going. I really like the subtle flavors in there as well. The sweetness is right on point, and it's pretty darn good. So very good job on this one. I'm really enjoying it. As for the vapor, 5 out of 5. Definitely gives you nice dense vapor clouds, so nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that does it for this one. Let's move on to our final flavor, which is Radiance. So our final flavor today is going to be Radiance. It's described as an attractively bright gelato beaming with essences of honeydew and Crenshaw melons topped with a cucumber syrup. So again, it's a very descriptive flavor profile. It's very intense and very, into it. So I'm going to see what I can find in this one. I can't promise much, but here we go. So I definitely get the honeydew melon first. That's definitely the most prevalent in this e-liquid. Hits your tongue. It's very bright and sweet. I haven't found a really good honeydew so far, and this one's definitely very good. So there's that. As far as the gelato, I think the sweetness maybe comes from the kind of gelato kind of flavor to it. Not really creamy or anything like that, but it's definitely enjoyable. As far as the Crenshaw melons and the cucumber syrup, no clue. I can't find it in there really, and cucumbers are very light anyways, so it's kind of impossible to really detect that kind of flavor, but maybe this one's a little bit beyond my realm, to be honest. Let's have another vape. As far as the melon flavor in this one, I definitely think it's a top-notch flavor. I would probably, make the flavor description a little bit more basic. I don't think anyone out there is going to be able to detect all the slight notes that they were intending to put into this e-liquid. But as far as the general overall flavor, I think it's pretty darn good. So for this one, I'll give it a 3.5. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Really not much else to say about it. As far as the vapor, 5 out of 5. Really, you can't go wrong with 100% VG. Like I've said before, I'll say it again, 100% VG is always going to make big clouds no matter what. So that about does it for the flavor reviews. I want to thank Kind e-Liquid for sending these over. On a side note, this is the retail packaging that they send them with. Really nice dripper top caps with childproof. I like that. They were all sealed in plastic, so they're heat shrinked as well. So just keeping everyone nice and safe. All the ingredients are listed. Gives a little bit of a description of what the sub-element drip collection is all about. All organic, all PG free, alcohol free, organic vegetable glycerin, organic flavor extracts, and all these e-liquids are either clear or very close to being clear, so you can tell they took a lot of time and practice with these flavors, definitely crafting them. This line is definitely geared more towards the flavor chaser, the people that are into, herbs and, essences and really natural extracts rather than heavy flavors and, you know, artificial flavoring. All these flavors nice and natural tasting to me. Very, you know, interesting flavor profiles as well. So if you're into something a little bit different, and maybe if you're PG sensitive or something like that, definitely give these ones a shot. I would definitely recommend them. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to check out www.spinfuel.com for lots more of my videos, as well as Smokin' Joey and the Vapor Trail channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, Vape Tilly, all my social media. All the links are in the description below if you want to check those out. I will be doing a Craft Vapory unboxing and giveaway next month, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. It's coming up real soon. I have lots more stuff to show you guys. I'm going to be doing the Atlantis review, the Cloud Pro Mini 30 watt review, so stay tuned. Lots more content coming up quick, and I will be doing build videos again very shortly, so keep an eye out for those. Alright, that about does it, guys. I just want to say, go Patriots! Yeah, Super Bowl 49. Alright, enough of that. All you Seahawks fans are going to hate me for that. But anyways, vape on, guys.